Hello and welcome to Squid for the Sutton-on-Sea Beach Mission 2020. This year, as you know, we are online and therefore all of our stuff is going to be through videos and through Zoom. It's great to sort of have you joining us though for our first Squid session. If you don't know me already, my name's Chris and I'm the Squid leader, and I'll be welcoming you to each day and introducing things. And our great team has prepared a number of videos which we've put together to give you a video every day with craft and activities and all sorts of things going on. And our theme this year is Wonder Zone, as we think about the wonders in our world and we look at some experiments and some of the things that we can do to discover that. And also we think about the wonder of God's great love for us. Each day our team will take us through an experiment, have a reflection on our Bible reading, which you'll have heard through Morning Madness, and also have a craft activity which you can do at home. That activity, hopefully you'll have received a at-home craft sheet which will have given all of the things that you'll need to be able to do the craft well. And if you want to make that and take a photo of it or send us a picture, the email address to send it to will be appearing on the screen, or you can post it onto our Facebook page, which will also be there. If you haven't received the details of our craft sheet, then by all means email us and ask for that, and we will make sure that you get it sent as soon as possible. Also, on Wednesday we'll be having our live session with Zoom. In order to be part of that, you will need to register. You don't need to register to watch the videos. Anyone can do that by coming to this channel. But if you want to be part of our live session, then please do make sure you're registered and we'll send you the live link. So let's get on with our theme for today, where we're thinking about the fun that we can have in discovering things about our world and the great things about God's love. So let's start with our first experiment, which Katie is going to lead us. Over to Katie.
Hi Squids, it's Katie, and today we're going to do an experiment with acids and alkali. So I've got here 9 different liquids, and we're going to use some litmus paper, and we're going to see which one's an acid and which one's an alkali. So I thought you could guess before we do it what it's going to be. So we're going to start off with some HP sauce. So here we go. Got some in here. Get my little bit of litmus paper. Now, what do you reckon? Do you reckon it's acid or alkali? Right, you had a guess? Right, so I dip this in here. There we go. Let's put a nice big bit in. Then scrape it off so we can see the colour. Then I have to test it against... Right, I reckon that's a 4. Can you see the number? We've got 1 to 14 different colours. If it's 1 to 6, it's acid. And if it's 8 to 14, it's alkali. And if it's 7, it's in the middle, neutral. So I reckon that's a 4. Right, so 4 is acid. So the brown sauce is acid. What did you guess? Did you guess that right? Okay, let's put that there. Right, the next one I've got is vinegar. So let's take the lid off. Get another bit of litmus. Oh, it stinks. Whoa. Whoa. Put the lid back on quick. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, what colour is it? I reckon that's a 4 as well. So that's an acid too. Oh, did you guess? Did you guess what it was? Right, let's put that one there. Right, let's try some from this end. Right, no, let's have this one. This one is bicarbonate of soda. There we go. So I put some bicarbonate in with a little bit of, it's a powder, and I mixed it with a little bit of water. Right, let's get a bit of litmus. Okay, let's try a bit here. Woo! That's gone very green. Wow, I reckon that's a 9. Do you reckon that's a 9? Yeah, I reckon that's a 9. So 9 is alkali. So bicarbonate of soda is alkali. What did you guess? Did you guess that right? Okay, so here we have some domestos. Lime scale domestos. I'm just going to put a squirt in because it's very thick. And I've chosen glass for this because I wasn't sure. It's quite strong. I wasn't sure if it was going to do something to the yogurt. It might have melted the yoghurt pots. So again, I don't think you should use this at home. Right, so guess with the litmus. Right, okay, so this is the line scale. Put that in. Ugh, it's all sticky and horrible. Woo. Right, what's that? Oh, that's really pink. Goodness. Let me just scrape it off. I don't want it dripping everywhere. Right. Oh, that's... What do you reckon? I reckon that's a 2. I reckon that's acid. Very acid. Right. So, let's do bleach. Very similar. So, what are you going to guess? That was very acid. This is bleach. What do you reckon bleach? So I've already put some in a glass again because it's quite vicious stuff, bleach. You don't want to use this at home. So this is for the loos. Clean. Woo! Wow, what colour's that? Oh, I don't know what colour that is. I think I'm going to put a bit of fresh stuff in there. Turn it off. So I put some bleach in. So let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's a lovely colour. That is purple. Wow, what colour would you say that is? I would say that's nearly 14. I would say that's 14. Goodness. Wow, that's very alkali. Right, did you guess that? That's funny. That's very alkali. That's very acid. That's funny. Right, what have we got here? Lemon juice. Let's have a go with lemon juice. Well, are you going to guess what lemon juice is? Acid or alkali? Whoa, that's gone pink. That's gone pink quick. So I would say that's a 4. So that's acid because it's below 7. So that's acid. Then, so that's lemon juice. Tomato ketchup. Woo! Tipped up the lemon juice. Oh, good job I had a tray. Right. That. Tomato ketchup. I think that's difficult to tell because the ketchup's red. I think, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's 4 as well. So that's pretty acid too. There we go. And one more, milk. Let's have a look at the milk. Wow, I would say that's 7, which is exactly in the middle, so that's neutral. That's neither acid nor alkali. So, acids are things like lemon juice. Which one of this was acid? I think it was this really thick line scale, wasn't it? That's very acid. This is acid, and the vinegar was acid. And things like car batteries are acid. And these sorts of things erode the teeth. So you want to drink some milk to neutralise it afterwards. So there's lots to discover in our world about God. And over this week, we'll be doing just that.
Hello and welcome back, and thank you, Katie, for that great craft activity. We're going to think a little bit more about discovering what God has done for us, and think a little bit about the reading or the story from the Bible that you would have heard on this morning's Morning Madness video. If you haven't watched that video, then I'd really encourage you to go onto the Morning Madness part of our YouTube channel and watch that. There you'll find, amongst all of the fantastic activities and games that are being played and the songs that are being sung, you'll find the story of Solomon. And just to recap for that, Solomon had just become king of Israel, and as a young man God appeared to him and asked him, what do you want? What do you want more than anything in the whole world? I could give you riches, I could make you famous, I could make you so that you defeat all your enemies. And Solomon thought about it and he said, God, I'm about to become king of these amazing people that I really love, and I want to make sure I'm the best king I can be, so I want you to give me wisdom, please. Please, can you make me wise so I can lead them really well? And so I'd want to think a little bit about Solomon's choice. What would you do if you were given a similar choice? What would you ask for if God appeared to you and said, I can give you whatever you want, anything in the whole world? What would you like? Maybe you'd like to be really good at playing football or another sport, or maybe your passion is music and you'd like to be an amazing musician, whether it's playing the trumpet or the guitar or the drums or whatever it might be. Or maybe you'd like to have lots and lots of money, or be famous, or maybe you'd like to just meet somebody famous and learn from them or learn a new skill. Whatever it might be, what would it be that you would ask for if God said, I'll give you anything that you want? Well, in our story from the Bible, Solomon, as I said, was the new king of Israel, and he asked for wisdom to help him rule. And actually, although I'm never going to be a king, and I don't think you will either, asking for wisdom is something that is really important because it can help us all in what we're doing. And we can find wisdom in different ways, and different places teach us about different things. And through the mission this year, as we think about Wonder Zone, we're thinking about the wisdom in the world and the wonderful world that God has made, and we're looking at some of the things that we can discover, like the litmus test experiment that you've just seen, and some of the things we can discover about our world and what that can show us about the world. But we're also thinking about things we can discover about God and the wisdom that we get from that. And we're thinking more and more about that. And what I'd like to do today and encourage us all is to think about the wisdom that comes from God and from the joy that we can have in knowing him, and to encourage us all to respond a bit like Solomon, to make a decision to find out more about what God has done for us and to find out how that can affect the way in which we live. So that's what I want to encourage us all to think about Solomon's story, think about how he asked for wisdom and how we can be like that as well. And so now we're going to go over to Emma, who's going to show us our craft activity for the day.
Hi Squid! Solomon wanted to grow with God, and that is what we also want to do this week as we listen to all the stories in Squid and Morning Madness. Today we're going to make a cress head, so that as our cress grows we can think about how we're growing with God and learning more about him. To make the cress head you need an empty yogurt pot, some paper, some pens, some sticky tape, cotton wool and some cress seeds. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you've cut out your piece of paper to fit around your yogurt pot, which I've already done. Then take your paper and decorate it however you like. So I'm going to draw a smiley face on mine. When you've finished decorating your paper, then you need to stick it around your yogurt pot. There we go, I've stuck my face onto my pot. So then I'm going to put the cotton wool in. You want to fill your pot about halfway with cotton wool. Once you've put all your cotton wool in, you need to water it so that it's damp. Then the last thing you need to do is get your cress seeds and sprinkle them on the top of your cotton wool. There we go, I've put my cress in. So now you need to take your cress head and put it in a sunny spot, maybe on a windowsill, and remember to keep water in it so that the cotton wool stays damp. In a few days' time your cress will have grown, like we've all grown with God over the mission, and you will have something that looks a bit like this. We'd love to see how you've decorated your cress heads and how it grows, so please remember to share some photos with us throughout the week.
Well, I hope you enjoyed all of that and you've had a really good time with our squid video today. And we'll say goodbye and hopefully see you tomorrow for our next video. Tomorrow is Tuesday and we'll be thinking more about some of the things that happen and the things that we're doing there. And on Wednesday, just to remind you, that will be our live day, which you will need to register for. But before you go, here's a quick squid fact for you. Did you know that squids are related to snails? They're both from the mollusk family, except squids don't have shells and obviously live underwater, although some snails do. So did you know that squid are related to snails? There'll be another fun squid fact for you at the end of tomorrow's video. Until then, stay safe and we'll see you then. Goodbye.